Have you ever heard a question like this? It's a question that gets asked in boardrooms all the time. Why does every department have different numbers? It sounds so simple, but this one frustrated question from a CEO, well, it points to a massive, massive problem hiding just beneath the surface of her business.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Meet Blue River Retail. Now, on the outside, they looked great. You know, the type of place famous for selling everything from shoes to the latest gadgets. But behind the curtain, away from all the happy customers, a really big problem was brewing. Here's what was wrong. Their information was a total mess. Seriously, imagine trying to build a jigsaw puzzle, but all the pieces are stored in different houses all over town. That's what it was like. Their sales data was over here, customer info was way over there, marketing numbers buried in a mountain of spreadsheets, and their inventory stuck in some ancient, clunky database. Nothing, and I mean nothing, was connected.
And what happens when you have that kind of chaos? You get total confusion. The reports they were looking at made zero sense. I mean, how can your sales be going up, but the money you're actually making is going down? How is your warehouse full of products, but your website is telling customers things are out of stock? These weren't just small glitches. They were huge red flags that the business was flying blind.
But then, right in the middle of all this mess, a new idea popped up. It came from a young data engineer, someone who looked at all this chaos and saw something completely different. He didn't see a disaster. He saw an opportunity.
This engineer, his name was Daniel, came forward with an idea that was, really simple on the surface, but also pretty radical for them. He said, "I think we need a data cloud." Basically, he was saying, let's forget all these separate houses for our data. What if we built one single clean home where every piece of our information could finally live together?
And that home he was talking about had a name, the Snowflake AI Data Cloud. So what exactly is that? Think of it like a universal home for data. It's a platform that's designed to bring everything together. It doesn't matter where the data comes from, what it looks like, or how big it is. Snowflake is built to handle all of it.
Daniel used a pretty cool analogy to explain it. He called it a smart warehouse. But this isn't a warehouse that just stores stuff. No, this one automatically cleans and organizes everything that comes in. It lets all the different teams, sales, marketing, you name it, get what they need without tripping over each other. It can grow or shrink in an instant. And, most importantly, it's built to work with artificial intelligence right out of the box. So, the idea gets the green light. Now it was time to put it all into action. This was the moment of truth, right? Could they really take what felt like a messy, disorganized garage and turn it into a perfectly organized supermarket where you could find anything you need in a second? The team got to work connecting everything to Snowflake. And I mean everything. It wasn't just sales and inventory. They pulled in customer profiles, website clicks, marketing reports, supplier info. They even pulled in product reviews and what people were saying on social media. One by one, every single stream of information started flowing into that one central place. And this is where it gets really interesting. For the first time ever, all of Blue River's data could actually talk to each other. So what do you think was the very first secret it revealed? The answer came down to this one single number, 3,000. Now, just seeing it by itself doesn't tell you much, does it? But behind this number was a huge discovery that had been costing the company a lot of money. Get this, it turned out that 3,000 units of a popular product had been incorrectly marked as damaged in their system. Because the inventory data couldn't talk to the sales data, no one noticed. A problem that had been hiding in plain sight for months was suddenly found in a matter of hours, all because they finally connected the data. But finding that mistake, that was just the beginning. The real magic started when they unleashed AI on this newly cleaned and organized data. I mean, what happens when you give an intelligent system a complete, crystal clear picture of an entire business? Well, the AI, called Snowflake Cortex, started finding patterns that no human could ever spot. They were simple but powerful insights. For example, it found that when the weather got cold, people actually bought more kitchen products. It figured out the best time to run ads was between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m., and it even pinpointed the exact discount, 8%, that would trigger a huge spike in sales. It was like the company was suddenly given a secret instruction manual for success. All of these small discoveries started to add up to something huge. Blue River Retail began to fundamentally change. They were no longer lost in their own data, they were being powered by it. and the results were just dramatic. As you can see, within just 6 months, revenue shot up. At the same time, product wastage just plummeted. And maybe most importantly, the speed at which they could make smart decisions increased like crazy.
I mean, it's a powerful before and after picture, isn't it? They went from disconnected data silos to total clarity, from slow, agonizing reports to instant speed, from confusion and guesswork to collaboration and true AI-powered insights. The entire culture of the company just shifted.
So let's just zoom out for a second. This is a great story about one company, but what's the bigger lesson here? Why does this matter for any organization, big or small? The core idea is this. Technology like Snowflake is designed to do one thing really, really well. It takes the natural state of data in a company, which, let's be honest, is often chaos, and it turns it into clarity. And it transforms all that business confusion into genuine, actionable intelligence. And that brings us to our final thoughts. The true power that was unlocked in this story wasn't just about better charts or faster reports. It was about understanding. Because when all of your data lives together, your business can, for the very first time, truly understand itself. And from that understanding, anything is possible. Thanks for joining us.